Did you know 94% of SEO efforts fail to rank on Google's top 10? And over 75% of all clicks are captured just by the top 3 organic search results. So what's the big mystery behind the most coveted marketing platform in the world? And what are the steps to ensure you succeed at SEO? I'm Jeremy, owner of Morgan Digital Marketing and IT. One of our newest customers is a manufacturer of home intercom systems. They were spending over $7,000 a month in PPC before they switched to paying $2,500 a month for SEO, and now they receive more traffic than ever. My team and I made this video to reveal how we get our customers ranking fast. So what does fast mean by SEO standards? A competent SEO company can typically get you to the first page of Google in 3 to 4 months with low competition keywords, and 6 to 12 months for high competition keywords. But wait, there's more. It's crucial that you begin your SEO journey with the right perspective. Why? Because the mental part of this is a factor. If you're not going to buy SEO services from me, then I want you to feel like this was the most helpful SEO tutorial out there. I want you to succeed. Ready? So let's succeed and not that other thing. So why isn't your current SEO working? It's probably due to one of 4 reasons or a combination of the 4. 1. There are components involved in SEO that you're completely ignoring, and I'm going to reveal those secrets in this video. 2. You chose the wrong keywords, aka you're trying to play in the big leagues when you should start out in the little leagues. More on that to come. 3. You are not being consistent with new content creation. Very important. 4. The company you hired does SEO as a side business. An example of this would be website developers. Sorry, website guys. Customers constantly come to us and they say, my current SEO from my website developer isn't working. We hear that a lot. I've known a lot of website developers. I've never come across one that also specialized in SEO and knew more than just the most rudimentary first grade level, sorry to put it that way, but it's true, knowledge about SEO. Website developers, unless they're learning from this video maybe, tend to not know that much about SEO. So if you are going to hire someone for SEO, make sure it's an SEO company that's their bread and butter. Good SEO has too many steps requiring precision, redundancy, labor, time to be done as a side hustle. It's just not going to happen, as you'll soon see in this video. Okay, one more slide on perspective, on the right approach, because I want to make sure you have the right thinking when it comes to each part of the puzzle here and bringing everything together. So what is SEO like? A baseball game, or cooking? SEO is like a game of baseball. You either win or you lose. Get it right or get it wrong. Just like in baseball, where the team's performance is judged by clear outcomes, SEO efforts result in either success or failure in achieving the desired rankings. Now let's consider cooking. Cooking is an activity where you can have various degrees of success. You can cook a meal that's amazing, just okay, or needs improvement. There are multiple levels of winning. But just kind of going off script here, more often than not, when one little piece of the puzzle is not done right in SEO, what tends to be the outcome is no results at all. You might be looking at this and saying, well, you might get a little bit of traffic, but you might also get the wrong kind of traffic. But what usually happens is nothing at all, or next to nothing. And they just come to me saying the SEO is just not working. If SEO is working a little bit, people kind of know they're on the right track. They know what to tweak, but that's usually not the case. So all that matters is that we are achieving our desired rankings and attracting the right kind of customers. So imagine SEO is like a baseball game. Your website is the team, and each aspect of SEO represents a player with a specific role. To win the game, every player must perform well and work together seamlessly. So let's talk about how to get it right and identify who all the players are. We'll call these players the most important factors in SEO. Number 1, in order of priority. a steady flow of new or updated content. And that updated content is important too, because I've seen many times that even if I don't have brand new content and I'm just updating, tweaking, rewording a little bit the same content, or rewriting the content, it does make a difference. It does tend to bring in more traffic, more phone calls. Keyword strategy, choosing the right keywords and the right audience. Front-end optimization, how keywords integrate with your content. Back-end optimization, tell search engines the purpose of the page in the most explicit way possible. And it also reinforces your front-end optimization keyword strategy. Technical SEO, or maintenance SEO, fixes errors and maintains SEO continuity. Link building from relevant high domain authority sites. Let's dig in deeper to what all these mean and how we can better understand them. Number 1, a steady flow of new or updated content. Put words and stuff on your website. That means blogs, landing pages, rewritten content, and alternate layouts. Do new stuff to your website, but above all else, write new content to your website with your keywords. Create engagement by not talking about yourself and instead giving people what they want while making it easy to contact you. Give away the store, as they say. Customers tend to care less about who you are and a lot more about what exactly it is you're going to do for them. They want to see under the hood of your company, because if they can't see under the hood of your company, then they're not going to know if you're organized, if you're messy, if you have experience, or if you're just starting out, if you're thorough or lazy, and they won't trust you. So that trust is important. You must have that engagement. That means staying on your page longer than a few seconds, looking at other pages on your site, filling out forms, clicking on more stuff. That engagement is important, because if you'd rather have one or the other, page views or engagement, you really need both. You got to have both. You want a lot of page views with great engagement in order to maximize your return. Cool stuff your customers want. Way to contact you. Got it? Number 2, keyword strategy, choosing the right keywords. Understand your audience. Know who your target audience is and what they are searching for. This helps in selecting keywords that are relevant to their needs and interests. Conduct keyword research. Use tools like Google Keyword Planner, SEMrush, or Ahrefs to find keywords related to your niche. Look for keywords with a good balance of search volume and low competition. More about that to come. Analyze competitors. Check the keywords for competitors and what they are ranking for. This can give you insights into what works in your industry and help you identify keyword opportunities. Focus on long-tail keywords. Long-tail keywords are longer and more specific phrases and are less competitive but highly targeted. They often have higher conversion rates because they match user intent more precisely. Consider search intent. Understand the intent behind the keywords. Are users looking for information, making a purchase, or seeking a specific service? Align your keywords with the different stages of the buyer's journey. SEMrush, which is what we use, has a really cool way to show in just a glance what the search intent is of each keyword. So you're not accidentally getting a bunch of keywords where people are just trying to gather information. You want more keywords where people are investigating to make a purchase. They're investigating a company to make a purchase. Monitor and adjust. Regularly review your keyword performance using analytics tools. Adjust your strategy based on what's working and what's not, and continually improve your SEO efforts. Like all of sales, like all of marketing, nothing works the first time, and don't expect it to work the first time. You're always tweaking and adjusting and improving. That's just how it goes. Just to reinforce and reiterate, one of the biggest mistakes people make in keywords, I made this mistake. I think everybody makes this mistake in the beginning. So you don't waste your time when you're starting out with SEO and you're not yet getting the traffic you want. I highly recommend a less is more approach to keywords. That means less keyword difficulty and less keywords. Focus on a few keywords, make them very low difficulty. A new baseball player shouldn't start by facing the league's best pitcher. You don't want to go after the most competitive keywords right away. you'll find out that also costs more money because it costs more time, it costs more manpower to go after higher competitive keywords. So you're more likely to hit a home run focusing on keywords with lower difficulty. We call this in the business low-hanging fruit. You can focus more on competitive keywords as time goes on, but if you're just starting out to build out your campaigns, go for the low-hanging fruit. That means long-tail keyword phrases, local, and low keyword difficulty. When you're using a tool like SEMrush, an SEO tool like SEMrush, it'll tell you also at a glance, the volume, the keyword difficulty, the search intent, and all three of those are very important. You want to look at all three of those columns when you're going over the keywords, and I'm going to show you that later too. Keyword difficulty, little leagues versus big leagues. A customer that came to us not too long ago, they were a fence staining company, and he had a competitor of his biggest competitor in that area. This was also in kind of small town Texas. It was just outside of Dallas. I think it was like in Forney area. And another SEO company had told the guy his competitor doesn't have any links. He's not doing any link building. And so why is he number one on the search results? And he's not doing any link building. So investigated more into that and wanted to kind of share with you why that is. You will occasionally find people that are not doing any link building, and the majority of their ranking is coming just off of their content and their keywords. So allow me to explain why with a metaphor. Little leagues versus big leagues. So working with low competition keywords in a low competition location, like small town Texas, without 4, 5, and 6, and when I say 4, 5, and 6, I mean these last in the list that I went over: back-end optimization, technical SEO, link building. If you go without 4, 5, and 6, and you're in these low competition environment, it's like playing in the little leagues without anyone in the dugout. You can still win in that situation, but if your keywords and location are competitive, it would be like playing in the big leagues with no one in the dugout and with less skill. In that case, you can't win without all your players. You're going to need 4, 5, and 6. So in other words, the higher the competition of the keywords and the area that you're marketing in, the more important 4, 5, and 6 are. The more important that back-end optimization, technical SEO, link building. So the more your competitors are doing those things, the more you're going to have to do those things to keep up with them. Okay, so let's look at keywords. This is SEMrush, their magic keyword tool, which is very helpful. And we have these 3 columns here, which are the most helpful in my eyes. The intent column, which shows the purpose behind that search phrase, that search term. The volume, and how many times that is searched a month. And the keyword difficulty. The higher it is, the higher the competition, the more man hours it takes, the more money it takes, the more resources that has to go behind doing that keyword. So here's the main problem that everybody hits if they're starting out. Now, if you've got this keyword difficulty where it is now, like over 20, over 30, kind of in that area, if it's above 30, and you're doing this on your own, and you don't have a lot of time, and you don't have a lot of resources, the result may end up being it either takes a very long time to rank for those keywords, like over a year, or the result is even worse. More often than not, 99 times out of 100, if you're just starting out, you may never rank on the first page ever. So that means you won't get a single phone call, just nothing will happen. So it'll just be for nothing. And that's where you get a lot of people that will purchase SEO services from somebody, and they're like, we're only $300 a year, and they put in a couple hours and then they're done with it, and they might move their rankings a little bit, but they never get to the front page. And then people wonder, well, why is nothing happening? Why am I not getting any results whatsoever? Well, it goes back to that whole baseball metaphor. Usually you either win or you lose, right? So here's what people normally do if they're just starting out and they don't know what they're doing. They sort by volume, and they'll look at the terms that have the absolute volume, because they'll say, well, this has so much volume, this has so many people searching of it, I can easily get a piece of the pie. But it doesn't work that way because your keyword difficulty is going to be hard enough that you don't have the resources to ever get there. So instead, now if you have either plenty of time and you know what you're doing, or you have plenty of money, you have plenty of resources, well then that's just fine. You know, these are going to be good phrases for you. But if you don't have a lot of time and you don't have a lot of resources, what you want to do instead is sort by keyword difficulty and not obsess so much over the volume. So that first one was keyword difficulty on the high end, and now this is keyword difficulty on the low end. So you see this dark green color, and then we get kind of lighter green, and then it gets to more yellow and orange and so on. So if you can just not obsess, if you're somebody that is starting out, or you're trying to do it for yourself or somebody else, this volume between like 10 and 40, 10 and 50, that's even like this. You have to look for terms, obviously, that don't relate to a specific company, but if you can get your keyword difficulty below 10 is great. And then if you can get your volume just something, if you can get your volume over 30, that's pretty good. Then you look at your intent and you say, okay, transactional means someone can usually make a purchase on your website. So you'd be looking for transactional. If it's commercial, well, maybe they can't make a purchase on your website, and in most cases they can't make a purchase on their website. They have to make a phone call to the business owner and make some kind of deal. Well, in that case, you're going to see a lot of commercial intent. They want to investigate more of the company and learn more about the brand and what their offering is before they call and make some other purchase. So depending on what the industry is and what type of processing, what type of transaction usually happens, whether it's over the phone or it's over the website, you'd be looking at either this commercial or this transactional. Now when you get down to this informational, that's going to be for websites that are like blogs or how-to things, and people are just wanting to answer a question and get back to what they're doing. They're not thinking about brands, they're not thinking about making a purchase. So unless you have a blog or a how-to, you'd really want to stay away from any informational intent key phrases where people are just trying to learn something. Okay, so that's the kind of balance you're looking for. Sort by keyword difficulty, go on the low end, go for below 15, below 10 if you can. Try to get something out of this volume. Above 20 is still perfectly fine, especially if you're building out. Eventually you're building out 5, 10, 20 landing pages. So once you get to like 20 landing pages or more, 30 volume isn't that bad if you're just starting out. Now if you're not starting out, you do have some capital to invest, you do usually want to look at volume or look for a balance, where you've got this low keyword difficulty that's not that bad still. You got this 18, 19, 29 and so on, but you're still getting hundreds of volume. So if you've got a little bit of capital, that's still like it's a really good sweet spot. Okay, hope that answered any questions. Number 3, front-end optimization. How key phrases are integrated with your content. We like to write about 1,000 words per page or blog. Make sure it's original, persuasive content. The keyword optimization, we like to use one primary key phrase and one secondary key phrase per page. So the first words on the page title, that's going to be your primary key phrase written exactly. Using an H1 heading format, and your primary keyword is going to be between 1 and 2% keyword density. That means if you have 1,000 words, you're going to see that key phrase, that primary key phrase, exactly as written 10 times on the page. On the secondary key phrase, you want that to be the first subheading on the page. That's going to be in an H2 heading, and it will be between 0.5 and 1% keyword density. That means if you have 1,000 words, it's going to be appearing on the page 5 times. Number 4, back-end optimization. Tell search engines the purpose of the page in the most explicit way possible. It's like saying, hey, search engines, this is what I'm trying to accomplish here, just so you know. It includes the keyword focus, the page title, the meta description, and the image alt text. Here's an example. Let's say your primary keyword was home intercom systems. The keyword focus would be home intercom systems. The SEO title, and that is the first heading that is going to show up for your website in the organic search results. That's that first heading, the SEO title. Number 1 manufacturer of home intercom systems / business name. Your meta description example. The meta description is going to be the description directly under the heading in the organic search results. The number 1 top manufacturer of retro replacement home intercom systems, speakers, front door security cameras, and audio equipment. So notice my primary key phrase stays intact, but I just keep adding more description. Image alt text. You're probably going to include ideally, you're going to include your primary key phrase in the image alt text of your first image on the page, if not the second. RJ900, our best-selling home intercom system. The image alt text also you want to make sure it's also a description of the image, because SEO doesn't like keyword stuffing. Sitemap, very important. Whether you're using sitemap with XML or HTML, sitemaps are crucial in telling the search engines how to properly find and navigate your site. Think of it as a playbook for your SEO team, guiding each player to where they need to be and what they need to do. There are places online you can easily look up with a search how to create and upload a sitemap, or you can simply use a plugin in WordPress. Search through the plugins. Usually you're going to use an SEO plugin, and the SEO plugin will have a sitemap component to it where it'll do that automatically, and it will index automatically. I should have added indexing in here, but indexing, of course, very important. If you're working with an SEO company, you want to make sure indexing all the pages is really the first thing they do. As soon as somebody is hired, as soon as we're hired and somebody comes on board with us, first thing we do is index all the pages, so we make sure they can be found in Google. We make sure they're even searchable. If your pages aren't indexed, it's not even possible for them to be found. It's kind of funny, but a lot of people that come to us and they're like, this isn't working, and we're like, are your pages being indexed? And they're like, we don't know. So we look at their pages and we're like, none of these pages are being indexed, so you can't even be found on Google no matter what. It's just ridiculous. But if you're not doing that manually through the Google Search Console, make sure your pages are being indexed automatically through a plugin in WordPress. Number 5, technical SEO. Fixes continuity errors between the site structure, front-end optimization, and back-end optimization, making sure that nothing is missed and there is alignment between the keywords, the metadata, and all page structure is working toward a common goal. Locates problems such as missing keywords in your headings or having low keyword ratio in your content. Finds and fixes broken links, assisted by an SEO platform such as SEMrush. That's the most popular. It's also what we use. We love it. It's boring and time consuming, but it's a crucial part of SEO in a competitive environment. Before we go too much into backlinks, it's best if we go over a few definitions. Domain authority and the nofollow attribute. Domain authority, or DA for short, is a search engine ranking score that predicts how likely a website is to rank in search engine results. The higher the score, the better, and thus the better it is to link from that page. The DA score can be found for any website using a free SEO tool such as SEMrush or Ahrefs just by typing in Website Authority Checker into your search engine. Remember quality versus quantity when choosing the sites to link off of. The nofollow attribute. A setting on a web page hyperlink that tells search engines not to follow a link, thus having no effect on page rankings. Rather than word it like it's on the page hyperlink, it's actually on the back end of the web page such as within WordPress, there are toggle switches that you can move on and off that makes that page followable by search engines if you're linking off of it. A good example of that is most social media marketing platforms have the no follow attributes. So if you're linking off of the social media, it's not going to help you with SEO, but it does serve its own purpose. I am definitely for social media marketing in conjunction with SEO. I think it's a very effective way to market yourself. But it's a really common mistake also. We'll get people that are like, I have all these links and why aren't they doing anything? They're not helping my score. And I'm constantly building up all these links. And we look at the links and it's like 90% of their links have the no follow attribute. So they're not having any impact at all on SEO. So really important that you're getting the right kinds of links. 6B, link building from relevant high domain authority sites. The skyscraper technique is widely considered the best of all link building strategies. It's where you find what other people are doing, what is ranking well, what is popular already, and you basically just write the best content out there. You try to just make your content better than your competitors so that it will eventually lead to sharing and more people linking to you organically. Competitor analysis. Look at your competitors' backlinks to see where you stand in comparison to them and find new opportunities to build links that they have that you do not. An SEO tool, of course, will be used for that as well, such as SEMrush. So this is SEMrush, a great SEO tool, the one we use most. And we're going to look at this backlink feature they have right here to examine a competitor. So let's say you're in the heavy equipment sales business here in Dallas, as an example. And let's say that looking at this guy that's number one, you want to see what backlinks they have that you do not. So I can go in here and I can grab this URL and I can put it as my competitor's URL. And then let's say, for example, you are way back here on number 10. Okay, let's say you're this guy. And you grab your URL where it says you place it there, find prospects. And here under prospects, this is going to show you the links they have that you don't. And if I click all, I can see all the links, all the URLs they're linking to, the domains they're linking to that you do not. But what I like to go to is this strong. The strongest, you're going to see how many monthly visits they're getting at those domains that you would want to link from. And you can go down here, and as you investigate more into this, you're going to find that some of these might be paid listings that are not so strong, and some of them are going to be guest bloggings, and some of them are going to be SEO companies grabbing from their existing pool of customers and websites and creating like a mesh network into their new customers. And yes, that can be helpful, but by far the best methods for linking are going to be writing great content that people want to share, that people want to return to, that's helpful content, that's important, and guest blogging services. Those are going to be by far the best. 6C, link building from relevant high domain authority sites. Email outreach. Connect with others in your field by emailing bloggers and website owners and asking them to link to your content. I know it's not really fun to do that, to email other people you don't know, and it almost feels like cold calling outreach with emails, but it is how it is done. Guest posting. Write content for a relevant site in your niche. This can help build authority links, increase brand credibility, and generate referral traffic. When emailing bloggers or website owners to ask for guest posts, you can personalize your message by mentioning something specific about their website or business. You can also include links to your own content to demonstrate your quality of work. Broken link building. Find broken links on other websites. create their content that they're trying to link from, and then offer to help webmasters replace them with your own corrected link and content. Keep in mind that when you're attempting to build these links, you still want to keep looking at domain authority. Make sure the nofollow attribute is not turned on, so you're not just spinning your wheels and wasting your time. So I created this example email so that you can connect with developers and bloggers, and it's to the point, mentions their website, their content, asks if you can write up a guest blog post for them. If I'm going through this a little fast, feel free to hit the pause button and copy this down, or just kind of jot down the main idea. I'm a big believer in the signature part of your email being really nice. There's some apps out there, Canva. I use another one other than Canva that works even better. It's called Snappa, Snappa, and it's really to the point. There's a lot less features than Canva, but it's also, I think, like half the price. So if you want something really simple for things like email signatures and touching up a photo or removing a background, something that's good for social media marketing, but it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, consider Snappa if you don't want to spend much money on it. Other than that, you can still use Canva. That's probably the most popular. But yeah, your email signature is going to show people that you're thorough, that you have quality in everything that you do. So I just recommend having that in place for any kind of correspondence, whoever it is. If you've stayed with me this long, thank you for watching. Morgan Digital Marketing and IT is based out of Dallas, Texas. We provide a comprehensive technical solution for the manufacturing sector, encompassing SEO, PPC management, social media management, website maintenance, and computer consulting, all under one roof. If you're not in the manufacturing sector, reach out to me. We'll see if you're still a good fit. We love bloggers. We love churches. We love influencers with a positive message. Our mantra is, don't spend a fortune on IT services. Spend more on acquiring new customers and growing your fortune. We help our customers accomplish this with rock-solid foundational IT solutions that are necessary, coupled with world-class advertising. We utilize technologies such as video, Google, social media, and AI, bringing buyers directly to your offer or sales magnet, like this one. Don't make things more complicated than they need to be. You need somebody to provide basic IT support and somebody to bring you more customers. Why not hire a company that's great at both? We are a bit expensive. It takes a few months to see the full results, but it will be better than anything you've ever tried. And more importantly, a better return on your investment. Why do we offer our customers things like antivirus, backup solutions, and basic IT support free of charge? Because, quite frankly, it's easy for us. But helping you grow your business is the challenge we take pride in. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons for more SEO and marketing videos. Also free of charge. Thanks for watching.